The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Blackjack, a Jackalope folk warlock.
I'm Connor Shenold. I play Jaska, the Coyote Shifter Ranger.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Billy, a possum fighter.
I'm Kim Cross, and I play Beatrix, a Tabaxi rogue.
I'm Brooke Bullock, playing Zionsi, a Spiderkin cleric.
And I'm Johnny Payne, your Dungeon Master. Join us as we continue our tales from the Ironwoods.
I don't have a tail.
You will next time. You have made it to the Essence, but you found that it is just outside your reach, just beyond the Ironwoods. And you know that as long as you're here in this form, you're trapped in the Ironwoods.
Where's that cat friend of yours? Can't he get out there and get...
I'm having a hard time judging how far that essence is. How far away do you all think that is?
Can I do a perception check to see if I can
Billy
figure out
squints one
how far away it might be?
The two of you, one of you can give me perception, one can give me survival.
A 12.
A 9.
One of you thinks it's about 100 feet away, one of you thinks it's about 20 feet away.
I'm going to try to reach out a mage hand.
Cast Mage Hand and then have push Mage Hand through?
Yeah.
Okay. So Mage Hand starts going through and it's just struggling and it almost comes to a stop, and as it's getting to where it's about to stop going through, you start sweating.
Okay, pull that back.
What happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, I can't get through. I think it has something to do with the barrier to the Ironwoods. I don't think any one of us could get through.
Jaska, ask Mistletoe to go get it.
Yeah, well, Mistletoe in the regular form I don't think is here, but I did feel a connection to them earlier. Did you see earlier with that lady we were fighting, the weird little wind that happened?
Yes, I am very observant.
I feel that was Mistletoe. I know that sounds weird, but she will try to whistle and send Mistletoe out.
So the same effect. The grass stands upright, leans in the direction that you're pointing, swirls of leaves and such start moving and then start blowing up like they're blowing up against an invisible wall. And it goes back and forth a little bit along it to try to find if there's anything.
Can we get anything past that? We still have some coins? Billy, do you still have any of those coins?
He'll take a copper out of the bag and try to yuck it as far as he can yuck it.
It seems to go through with much more ease than Mage Hand did, but it doesn't seem like it goes very far once it goes past.
Billy is not strong.
Let me throw one.
While they're chucking pennies, I'm just gonna go up to the edge, try to press my hand against the barrier that I saw.
You get right up to the edge, and as you're bringing your hand up to press against this invisible barrier, your vision of the essence goes from blurry to clear. It's about 60, 70 feet away, and everything else around it and out there just looks like it is just there. When you put your hand on it and you feel a bit of resistance, but it also feels like you could push through almost on accident if you just leaned against it. And as you push through, it starts to get dark on the other side, and the trees are starting to fade out and disappear, and it looks more like a desert type wasteland. You're probably about halfway through your hand right now.
Were we warned not to go past the barrier? I don't remember that. Okay.
No.
Not specifically. Jaska, you could try shooting.
Well, I don't know if an arrow would really fix this situation.
We
but,
would know if it can go through.
Well, give me the longer end of the rope and I'll see if I can go grab it. We might need 2 ropes.
So we tie the rope around your waist.
Wait before you go. Do you have anything that we should say to Gideon in case we find him?
I don't know if he'd fully remember me without seeing me, so probably not.
I feel like if I described the story to him, he would remember saving the puppies.
Well, maybe. Yeah, just tell him he's one of the good ones.
Okay, we will do this.
We'll finish tying off the second rope to it. She'll grab one of the loops that was at the end and step forward.
And then Zionsi wants to give you a blessing.
Grandmother Spider, please help Jaska.
And I cast Bless on Jaska.
You put your hand back out and push through. It gets about up to your elbow when you bring your second hand up, and you notice the essence is still there, but everything around is changing. You make your way all the way through. On the other side, she goes through and you see her as if she's a shadow on the other side, and you can't make out any features or details, and the rope drops right at the line onto the ground. You don't feel the rope anymore. You turn and look over your shoulder and you can see all your friends there crystal clear. It is dark as though it is nighttime. The sky is full of stars, and you start to approach the light and you smell a fire that was burning before, and the sense of smell overwhelms you and your memories kick in. You look around and there is a large tent, and you look around even further and you realize that you're sort of down almost like in a crater. You've been here before. You remember just reciting this to Billy recently.
Do I still see the essence? Okay. From me having retold this story, is there any other of my pack members here? Is there anybody else here?
You hear a horse in the far distance, and that's it. No other signs of life.
So Jaska is going to try and focus on the task and go towards the essence.
As you start walking towards the essence, you hear the flap of the tent open up. You look that way and you see, dusting himself off, you hear the familiar voice of Gideon Block.
All right, I guess I'm out of here now. I don't know where everyone went, though.
Who looks up and sees you.
Did you see anybody?
Gideon, is that you?
Yeah, who are you?
What? I certainly didn't know that I would see you here. My name's Jaska. You saved me when I was a pup.
That was you?
Yeah, one of them.
But what am I doing here?
I don't know.
Last thing I can remember was Poppy and Mockerin and Zonimus and I were in a mesa of some kind. That was the last thing I remember. And we were off against this fella Fortunato. Oh, I think he might have killed me.
Oh.
Jaska?
Yeah, that's my name. I'm in a interesting situation here. I'm in some realm of the dead, and unfortunately, I think you're here too, which means...
We're both dead.
Yeah, and I can't...
But you were younger.
I was.
You were the biggest one of all of them, right?
Yeah, I haven't been a cub for many years. It's been 5 years since I've seen you last, since you rescued me from that awful creature.
That was 5 years ago.
It was.
Well, that was only, I think it was only a few months ago.
Oh.
You know, I could certainly use a companion. I've been awfully lonely here. Maybe you could stay with me here and we could figure out a way to get out of this place together. I know we could do this, Jaska.
You see Jaska's ears perk up and her tail start to sway. In this realm, the feeling of joy is probably a little bit different, but she's starting to feel that come through. This is always what she's wanted, always what she's dreamed of, is being there with Gideon as her mentor. And that would be...
It'd be real simple. We just fight together. You and I could be heroes of the frontier. That's the way it was when you were younger, right? That you wanted to be joining up with me to right the wrongs and to save the people. So that's what we could be doing together right now.
Well, I certainly did feel that way, but I don't think it had explained my situation enough for you to have understood that.
Well, I could just feel it. I could just sense it in your eyes that we were destined to travel together.
Jaska stops for a second and looks back over her shoulder.
None of you just see Jaska standing and contemplating. Looking back over your shoulder is what's going to make me not give you a wisdom check and tell you that you passed it with a d20. When you turn your head to look over your shoulder at them, and then you turn back to look at Gideon, when you turn back to look at Gideon is when you see the essence again for the first time since Gideon's appeared. You've gotten off track and your friends have pulled you back in. You are on your own adventure. You have your path.
Well, I certainly would have loved to join you, Gideon, and she's still eye contact full with the essence, though she is still talking to Gideon. But I think I found my pack, and I might not be the leader of it, but I think they're my people. And she steps forward towards the essence.
Jaska, you were searching for me for so long. I'm no longer here. I've moved on as well. I made my choice. And I'm where I need to be. You go be where you need to be. You be with your people.
All right, I will. Thank you, Gideon.
You're gonna be a hero, Jaska. I believe in you.
Thank you, that's what I needed to hear. And she'll reach out and grab the essence.
When Gideon turns to walk away, as you step closer to where the essence is, and the essence is honestly just floating at about head height, Gideon fades away into dust in the wind, literally. As the dust swirls away and the wind blows, and you hear something moving in the wind. And when you look down, tumbling toward you, end over end, and bumping right up against your boot, is a rolled up scroll with a leather cord wrapped around a big chunk in the middle of it.
She'll reach down and pick it up.
And you take the essence into your hands. Mm-hmm. It's fire. It burns bad. It hurts.
Okay. I'm gonna try and go back.
Okay.
I'll bear through the pain as much as I can to get back.
I'll let you do it. 1d12 damage to you.
Okay. 2 points.
It does it one more time as you're pushing back through the barrier.
Okay. 7.
Through the barrier, Jaska, essence in hand, looks a little bit worse for wear, and you were uplifted. Things were great. You were feeling the breeze of that spot and that space in that moment on you. You could still, it's the Old West. You can still smell Gideon's sweat. And when you push back through the barrier, you just drop and you feel miserable. And for the rest of your time here, anything on a d20 is disadvantaged.
Okay. Coming back through the barrier and feeling that brief joy that she had felt, seeing Gideon again, and just getting hit with the misery of being back in the Ironwoods, she breaks down crying.
Oh, honey.
Jaska, what's wrong? What's wrong? You did it. You got it.
I did get it, but I had such a wonderful experience on the other side, and I really wanted to stay, but I came back.
What was where was it? Where was the other side?
For right now, I'm sorry, Ziansi, that's a bit personal.
Okay, that's all right.
Jaska, when you look over your shoulder back that way, it just looks like the other side of the forest.
But I got what I set out to get, and she'll hold up her hand, still clasping the essence. I think I'll hold on to this. Can I get that other part of the key so we can...
Yes, of course. I'll reach into my pocket and I'll hand it over to you.
And she'll grab both of them into her hands, remembering that whoever had the essence had to have both.
Here's some large footsteps. Hey, look at there. You got it. I'm impressed.
Martin?
Riding up on a dead bear. It's been dead for a long time.
That's a look.
He gets off the bear and walks over to you and says, well, congratulations. Walks right up to you, Blackjack, and extends a hand to shake it.
I'll take it.
He shakes the hand and said, was it you that went through there?
No, that was Jaska.
He goes to shake hands with Jaska.
I keep a hold of his hand.
He still turns his head over and says, oh, you got it. I thought for sure it'd be you, Blackjack, and turns and makes eye contact with you. And if he was slouching at all, he's standing up straight now, and He gives a slight, firm grip, releases it, and starts to pull his hand away.
I hold on to it.
Friendly smile on his face. He keeps shaking. It's become awkward now, and it's just between the two of you.
Exactly.
But you both know there's a power struggle.
Yeah, so I'm looking up at him, and I'm saying, I don't trust you, Martin. I really haven't trusted you forever since we first met. I thought it'd be nice to get along. We're both fellow travelers here in the Ironwoods, but I don't trust you.
Well,
I don't trust you any farther than I can throw you, and I promise you, I couldn't throw you very far.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends call me Falston. We can start there. Have I led you astray yet?
I understand that, Martin, but you're kind of creeping me out.
I am probably very creepy, especially here.
Right,
Like
so...
I said, I've been here a long time.
Right, so why don't you just get back on your bear, and you can head out, and we'll just be on our way.
You know what? He re-engages the grip as though he's holding you now. In his mind, anyway. And he turns over to Jaska and he just looks at her hands back and forth from one to the next. Slowly shakes his head, turns back and makes eye contact with you, tips his hat, and lets go of your hand and pulls away again. As he says, doesn't sound like a bad idea. Looks like y'all are finished here.
Does he look like he's about to attack?
So he's kind of got this stature about him, like maybe he always looks like he's about to attack. But he's just been around and seen some stuff, and this place has made him look. In game terms, no, he's trying to let go of your hand and back away.
Okay, then I'm going to let go, and we'll see what happens. But I want you to back away as far as possible.
Jaska backed away.
I understand what's happening. Jaska, you okay?
I'm doing fine. I'll be better once I'm out of here.
All right. How about you? He looks over at Ziansi.
Yeah, Ziansi, who has been basically bodyguarding, flanking Jaska at the same time.
Yeah, we're doing great. You know, there's a lady that's crying a lot back a ways. She might need your help. You should go look for her.
I passed her on the way up here. I tried and just avoid her.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're at the edge of the woods. I hope you make it back in time. Remember, you gotta get back very soon. He gets on the bear and he tips his hat again and, all right, don't forget everything that I've told you. I hope your friend does a good job at pulling y'all back in. And he turns around on the bear and he starts to ride away. And he gets away and he gets away, and right before it's almost, he's so far away you can't see him anymore. Perception checks, all of you.
26.
I'm gonna call that as enough. I'm sure you'll share this info. You don't think he was wearing a backpack the first time you met him, but he's wearing one now.
What happened to Colton?
Colton,
He's wearing Colton's backpack.
Colton and I were very close.
We got
Jaska,
to go.
how are you doing?
2 points of damage, Jaska.
2? Okay.
Yep.
Are we still holding this thing?
Yeah.
I'm good for now, but the longer we wait...
Right. Let's keep. We're
Yeah,
walking
okay.
while we're doing
We've
this.
all got the ability to go really fast.
You're rushing and you're running. It's dark, and between here and where the cave would be, that you're all familiar with, in front of you is the ghost of the beholder that you know as Dr. Alucard. It's ignoring you and moving towards you at an angle when suddenly a beam of energy hits it. It falls to the ground and turns into dust. As you look to your left, and one 3 times its size, each eye white, blank, glowing, starts floating towards you.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. So great to have a moment to talk with you during this mid-show break. First off, I want to invite you all to join us as Patreon members. The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You'll be joining other fans like Scott Wise, Don Mills, Heath Mormon, and the Lady Kate. So join us right now at patreon.com/RedDirtDnD. Another way to support us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at RedDirtDnD.com or RedDirtRPG.com. Since 2020, the Red Dirt D&D podcast has been close to another Oklahoma actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, D20 to Curtain. And me personally, I've had a chance to work on stage with some of the actors on the show. So when you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
Hello, fellow D&Ders. My name is Jerome.
I'm Jennifer. I'm Jody.
And together with our friends Kara, Timothy, and Jared, we are the cast of the D20 to Curtain podcast, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons and Dragons.
We think D&D is more than just a game. It helps us tap into the enduring power of storytelling.
We combine live gameplay with behind-the-curtain episodes to share our experiences, insights, habits, discoveries, and passion for D&D with anyone who will listen.
We hope D20 to Curtain will make you laugh, cry, maybe even make your experience at your table even more satisfying. Check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit us at d20tocurtain.com or at D20 to Curtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We look forward to having you. All we ask is that you have fun, be kind, and play the role.
If you're looking for more content, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday at 7 p.m. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. And we would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
You're running double time, dashing, using magic to help you, trying to get back to the gazebo as fast as you can, because now that you have the item you came here for, the clock is still ticking, and you have felt the drain this place is putting on you. However, you have a beholder behind you, floating, to catch up to all of you, as one of its dead, lifeless, solid white eyes begins to glow. I'm going to need Ziansi to give me a reflex save.
Oh no! It's a 7!
Okay, give me a wisdom saving throw now.
Okay.
The beam lashes out and hits you.
That is only a 9!
You are frightened.
Ah!
And a second one of its eye stalks lights up and targets Beatrix. Dexterity save, please.
18.
Oh,
Fantastic.
like a cat.
Does it miss her wide enough that I don't have to worry about it?
Yes. So the question now is, do all of you want to continue running, trying to get out of the way of these beams, or do you want to roll initiative?
Do I have time to do a spell? I don't know if you want that to go into initiative. I want to cast web.
If you do anything that is an attack or an aggression, we'll go to initiative.
Okay.
I'll say web isn't.
Okay. I was going to actually do something that's myself, just put a cast armor of Agathos on myself.
Okay, Jaska.
So how far back from us is it?
By the way, Jaska, take 3 points of damage as that thing sears your hand. And this time it is bludgeoning, piercing, and acid. And then go ahead and do your web.
So I can go out with it 60 feet in a 20-foot cube. So I kind of want to put it to where this creature will run into it. Each creature that starts its turn in the web or that enters them during its turn must make a dexterity saving throw.
17.
It is not restrained.
It was just a good roll. They have negative dex. You wanted to do something, Blackjack.
I'm going to cast Armor of Agathos on myself.
Okay.
So I get 15 temporary hit points. And I am covered in this magical force of cold all over my body.
Okay.
And then I turn to Jaska and I say, run. And I turn and face the beholder.
Okay. Does anyone else run?
Oh yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Everyone else runs past.
As Beatrix is running past, and I get the idea that Beatrix is not going to stop and stand with Blackjack, Billy will jump. He's not going to let Blackjack Face off against the thing by himself.
So Billy comes up.
Billy never says no to a
Okay,
fight.
so now let's do initiative then. Since it's
As Billy comes up, I'm going to reach my arm down and come on, Billy. It's you and I.
Only Billy and Blackjack.
24.
Oh, 11.
Did you crawl up on my arm?
12, I mean, yeah.
We've got something to do.
All right, Blackjack.
Do you have any kind of ranged weapon?
I have a crossbow.
Okay, good. Billy was still gonna run away, but I need you to hit him with everything you can as we're running.
Oh, yes, I want your 6.
I'm going to transfer my hex, which now lasts for 8 hours, so even during a short rest, I've still got it. So I put my
Nice.
hex on him. And fire an Eldritch Blast at him. Unfortunately, a 13.
No, that misses.
Second bolt,
Okay.
13.
Oh.
It's fear. It's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
shooting this out.
Yeah.
I'm going to run 30 feet backwards. And Billy, fire everything you can. Hopefully we won't die.
So Billy, as he jumps from Beatrix and lands near Blackjack and skitters up his arm, will wrap his tail around his bag strap and stand so that he is facing the beholder. And so he's going to attempt to fire his crossbow at this beholder. We'll see how that goes for him. 13, which we know doesn't hit. And my other attack was a nat 1.
It is the Beholder's turn.
And can I do a free action as soon as he does that?
What do you want to do?
Grab and hold on to him.
So let me ask you how you guys have played this. If the thing hits Billy, it's probably also going to hit Blackjack.
If the thing hits
If
Blackjack,
it's Blackjack, it's going to hit Billy.
Yeah.
So both of you, give me a dexterity save.
23.
23!
Jaska, you are now going to take bludgeoning, piercing, acid, and cold damage. 1 each. 4 points.
Jaska's looking pretty bad.
And let's do this again. Blackjack.
Now we've got the hex. I'm going to do a couple more Eldritch Blasts. 15.
Yes.
17 points of force and necrotic. Second bolt, 9.
To hit?
Yes.
Okay. No, thank you.
And then I am going to bonus action, Misty Step. I'm hoping that since I am holding him, that I am taking him with me.
I'm going to say because you're holding him and he's holding you.
Yeah.
And the size variance. Yes.
Okay.
I am only 18 inches tall.
How far are you Misty stepping? Because sure, you just don't have to go your max.
Misty Step is 30 feet. So I'm going 30 feet, and then I am running another 30 feet. We are running away from this thing, but I'm hoping since these guys are dashing and they're way ahead of us, but we're just standing in between, but I'm still trying to run away from it.
So you're within 80 if you want to take a
So
shot.
no disadvantage right now?
Right.
8 definitely doesn't hit. 18?
18
Probably does. 7 piercing damage. And then I'm going to action surge. Try to hit him 2 more times.
Okay.
15
Hits.
for max damage 10. And last one. Ow. 9.
No. Now it's his turn. Dex save. One more time. Roll and see what he has.
15.
20.
DC 16. So if one of you gets hit, are both of you getting hit?
I can shield him, so I'll just take the damage because I didn't move out of the way fast enough.
Then that's your noble
Yeah.
cause.
Like-
49 points of damage.
So, because I got damaged, Misty escape.
I'm carried
Can
equipment.
use my reaction to turn invisible and teleport 60 feet away.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap around here. Y'all are just running. Just run. And off to the side, you notice getting back onto the trail at an opposite angle of y'all running is Martin on the back of the bear and runs right past you. When you spin around, right before you teleport, Martin reaches in and pulls out a revolver and takes aim and fires off 2 shots. One is a loud pop that all of y'all hear. The other one is not as loud, but there's a burst of light, and 8 darts come flying out of the barrel of his gun, and they come rushing towards you, and right before they would hit you, they all separate and go around you. And you hear a from behind you as you poof away. The last thing that you see is this beholder lighting up and starting to like skitter against the ground in its pursuit of you.
Oh,
Billy is conflicted.
we like him now?
And you
I don't know what just
reappear
happened.
a little bit in front of them.
I look over. What do I see? To where the beholder and
Oh,
Martin-
beholder is only dust and goo. We should leave.
So Martin is getting off of his bear and going over to the beholder and bumping his foot up against it, and turns around and gets back up on his bear, turns and looks at you and shrugs, not comically, and then tips his hat and rides off again, off to the side, not going on the path, just more into the woods.
Billy,
I do not like that man.
I don't. There's something creepy about him.
The beholder is starting to quickly decompose and flutter away as ash and dust.
Let's catch up with our party.
Yes, you do not look good. Fiancé should do something.
Let's hurry up. I want to make sure Jaska's okay.
As we get to Jaska, can I feed her a potion of greater healing as we're running?
In my head, I'm going to play it out that it slows you down a little bit, but it's not going to make or break you.
44 plus 4.
Right before you chug that, you take 5 more.
Oh.
And now we're tossing in acid, bludgeoning, piercing, cold, fire.
Okay, I got 12 points of healing.
As Zianti and crew are running, and we continue to run, do I feel a release of the fear for something that happened behind me? Okay, cool.
Blackjack.
Yes. Oh.
Oh, you look terrible.
I feel horrible.
Here, you should have a potion of greater healing.
And I hand you one.
Oh.
You have 2 hit points left?
I have 17.
Oh, okay.
It was 2, but then I had the Armor of Agatha, so that's
yeah.
15 points, so.
You should still take it.
All 2s. So 12, so yeah.
Are we staying relatively on track for getting back?
You're relatively on track for getting back. You're happy and excited that things went your way. You know you have to get back because you know if you stop and think about it too much, you're going to get stuck here more.
Blackjack, how'd you take out the beholder?
I didn't. Apparently Martin did.
What?
Yes, I was just there as a distraction.
I still do not trust him. I think he just wants to keep us alive until he can get the essence. So, Jessica, if you see him, you run away.
I will.
Like this, but faster.
Well, I'm pushing it. I'm trying.
You're in the thick of the forest where it's a little bit less of a straight run now. You got to kind of move in and out. It slows you down a bit, but not too much. You can see the gazebo ahead, and there's a burst of wind, and you're kind of on the edge of like a small little dust storm. And when it settles, Martin is there, and he says, "Hey, hold up a minute."
Red Dirt D&D Tales from the Ironwoods is Johnny Payne as Twitch and your Dungeon Master, Carrie Hester as Billy, Connor Shenold as Jaska, Kim Cross as Beatrix, Brooke Bullock as Zianti, and I'm Michael Cross as Blackjack. Special thanks to our Silver Star Paladin patron, Shenanigans Unplugged. The showrunner for Campaign 2 is Aidan Cross. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician P.J. Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of TabletopAudio.com, Sirenscape, and Monument Studios. Dice for the Red Dirt D&D cast provided by SD Way Gaming. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at reddirtdnd.com. If you enjoy the new campaign of Red Dirt D&D, make sure to subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd at whatever giving level works best for you. Join us next time as we travel farther into the Ironwoods.
Billy, do you still have any of those coins? Can you toss one of them at it?
Blackjack, remember how I was supposed to be dropping pennies this whole time?
Yeah, how's that going?
I have dropped 6 pennies.
Okay. Well, then you should
That's
have
not a
plenty.
good idea.
You should have plenty left.
Of the... Oh, no.
He gets off the bear and scratches its head, and it something, and just kind of starts staggering around a little bit like, I'm a bear without a rider now.
Beatrix.
But sitting around and trying to think about ropes, and Jaska just decided to
Yep, but Jaska could not get it.
It's in Jaska's hand right now.
It's glowing. It's glowing like a beacon.
Jaska's holding both pieces right now.
Yeah.
Does Billy still go with that?
Yep.
Yeah, I can see that.
That is a different thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends call me Falston. We can start there. Have I led you astray yet?
Is he at the porcupine? Is he Pokemon?
He's a man.
I know, but their names are the same.
Paulston and Paulson.
Wow. I just got there. Coincidence.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
we were betrayed.
Wait a minute, what did I miss?
Plink, plink. All these needles start popping out of his back.
Yeah.
Remember, you got to get back very soon.
It's okay, Billy's been dropping pennies.
He, you mean these?
All 6 of them. He's got all 6 of them.
You don't think he was wearing a backpack the first time you met him, but he's wearing one now.
What happened to Colton?
Colton,
Wearing
no.
Colton's backpack.
He did meet his new friend, and he re-killed him.
And he's gone.
Aww.
Wait, don't, stop.
Come back.
I'm going to need Ziansi to give me a reflex save.
Oh no. With reflex, with dexterity, that's 7. I'm speaking the same language. It's a 7.
23! Wow! I got a nat 20 for with my +3.
That's spooky.
That's crazy.
Okay.
I think I may have picked the wrong friend to.
Y'all are fine. You dodged.
As I hop backwards, just out of flavor.
Yeah.
We're dipping and dodging.
So I'll just take the damage because I didn't move out of the way fast enough.
Then that's your noble cause. Okay. Stand by.
But what if it's something that freezes you?
Okay.
Then you're going to have to holler, and I'm going to have to come back. And
I'm so slow, guys.
just see, pulling on him with your teeth, trying.
I am strong. Ironically, stronger than Blackjack, but.
Now we're tossing in acid, bludgeoning, piercing, cold, fire.
It's like icy hot.
Oops.
It's not icy. Your back is fine.
Jaska has to be holding this thing
Yes.
in hand.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Does it have to be making contact with the skin of the hand, or just
I
holding?
don't have time to pull on gloves. I already have it.
I know you have it, but I'm planning ahead over here.
Let's just go
Billy has
back. It's
already
fine.
suggested gloves.
They don't go well with my nails, I just rip
We put
holes right through
handkerchief
them.
in your hand.
You should still take it.
All 2s. Oh. How very average.
Better than all ones.
Yeah.
Most of mine. So 12. So yeah, I figured out this character actually has a lot of hit points. He can actually take a couple of hits. He can't lift a darn thing, but